Okay, I'm gonna chance this and do another live. Again, you don't ever get to erase when you screw up and say the wrong thing, but I was gonna try to paint the garage today. I ran to Lowe's, got all my supplies, paintbrush, bucket, cloths, everything I needed, thinking fully well that there would be a ton of paint in our basement, but came home and there's none of the color that was in the garage. So it looks like I start fresh and do the entire garage. So I've just sat around praying and thinking about just different things that have been going on in my life, things that are going on in my friend's life. And I just wanted to talk to you about faith. My friends and even new people I meet constantly ask me, how can you have such faith in what you've gone through, not only throughout your life, but especially this last almost full year? I've shared that I found out my husband was unfaithful. We were together 6 years, and I was literally thinking I had the best relationship I ever had in my entire life. Things were great. I thought he adored me, but there was some brokenness that he needed to work on, and he made poor decisions. So we got divorced in June, separated last October. But throughout all of that grief and heartache, I've tried my best to keep my head up, to encourage people not to give up, and to just be grateful in the storm, because things could have been much worse. I've learned that when God takes me through something hard, especially after my suicide attempt, that he has great purpose in why he takes me through the pain, and he uses that for good once I've healed from it. But the reason I feel like I can stay so faithful is this year, with it being as hard as it was, out of the blue, something amazing happened to me. And sometimes when you go through something really hard, God will just instantly change the trajectory of what you're going through and just put something in your life or your path that you know is of him, because there's peace, there's comfort, there's confirmation that at least for that time being, God's doing something good. And so I went through a few weeks of the joy just being instantly lifted, and I was so grateful for it. And then that situation, that person was removed just as quickly as he was dropped in my path. I'm questioning God why he would bring me such joy and then all of a sudden it be gone. But I just have to trust that there's lessons in everything that we go through. I've learned so much about myself in that I know I can trust again, because he was the most amazing person that had the most integrity of any human being I'd ever came across. So my friends are really asking me, how can you have such faith after being heartbroken again so quickly, when I had no intention of opening up my heart to anybody, male, female, animal. I was shut off and blocked off from wanting to love anybody other than my family and my friends. Now, I'm not saying I was in love, but to just commit and open up your heart to somebody like that, it caught me off guard. So I know that there's reason that God brought that person into my life. I know that there's going to be good that comes out of it. I've learned I am stronger than I think. I pray that I poured into that person's life to have faith when God shows you things and delivers somebody or something to you out of the blue. I don't know. I just have to keep trusting God's plan. I never imagined from my suicide attempt that he would lead me all these years later to advocate and help others who struggle, show them that they will make it. You just got to ride out the storm and be grateful. And I'm huge on loving and forgiving, and even when people have hurt me, because I want to be forgiven when I mess up and hurt people. So I just practice it all the time. And it's been really hard, especially the last 2 months of this journey. But so many good things have came out of it. We had the best walk we ever had for suicide awareness and prevention. Met incredible people. Last year, our golf tournament, God gave me a friend that she is just the brightest light. This year at the car wash, I met a woman just by talking about my car, which led to talk about the nonprofit. And these two women have helped me beyond what I ever imagined the last few weeks in helping me get through another rough spot. So I just wanted to say, if you're struggling with something and you're questioning why God gives you something, why he takes it away, sometimes it's not God. Sometimes the enemy can creep in because he doesn't want you to have good. And if we don't stay alert and pay attention and see the signs that some things are truly a blessing and a gift, the enemy can come in and snatch it away. He can snatch away your peace, your joy, your safety. So I just encourage you to read the Bible, really dig into what God is showing you, talk to him every day. I go to the floor in prayer when I struggle. I'm not ashamed to say that I literally cry out to God in my hurt, and it's the best therapy I could ever tell somebody. God is the one person that will never leave you, never abandon you, never forsake you, never tell you you're not good enough. He is my constant. He's my true north, my lover, my partner, my father, my heavenly father, my daddy that I didn't get to have growing up. I just learned to lean into him and pour out my heart as his daughter. He loves me more than anything in the world and anybody could ever be capable of. So that's where my faith comes from. I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you. If you're not in church, try to get into a church. I stopped going through this divorce because it was hard to trust people. If my husband could hurt me, I didn't know if people in church that said they were my friends, if they truly were. So I stepped out of the box and am trying out a new church to see if I feel peace again. And I just know I'm not going to give up. I probably will remain single for the rest of my life, but I've got God, so I'm okay with that. I just want to keep being a light to the people that have struggled through loss, situations I've gone through, marriage heartache, abandonment from your children. I have no shame in sharing some of the things I've gone through if it can help somebody else navigate what they're struggling with or what they're hurting, trying to figure out. So feel free to message me if you need to chat, if you need to talk, if you need prayer. Otherwise, I just want to say, don't give up. God has so much in store for me. My book was written in one of the most hardest, painful times of my life. But by digging into God, he constantly showed me how to write each chapter. And then the same with the nonprofit. I'd lost my job. I felt unworthy and good enough to work in the working world. And the nonprofit was born out of COVID and the heartache of losing my job. So I know something is huge on the horizon for me, because this has been one tough valley this year, and my turn is coming up soon to be put on that mountaintop to have all the joy that God knows I desire and want, and to where I can get back and be out there and show everybody my love, my joy, and just help people along the way. So if you're having a tough day, know that I'm here for you. Don't give up. Stay busy. Paint the garage if you've got paint. Journal. I've been journaling again every day, and I'm praying about writing another book. Wait for God to give me confirmation on that one. But tomorrow's a new day. Don't give up, because I won't. I love you.